two revelations occurred tonight. One is that Bellamy was doing a little bit too much this episode, but we got him back. And two, I didn't miss Clark. It was like Clark never existed, and I appreciated that after we losing Lexa. But yeah, so the episode, this is of course the 100, season 3, episode 8, Terms and Conditions. And it's terms and conditions because, remember, Lexa sent out scouts to inform Arcadia, I hate that name, sounds so stupid, Arcadia, that y'all are in danger. If you guys step out of line, you will be shot and killed. So, they were like, what you can do is give us your leader, meaning Pike. Pike isn't having that. And Bellamy certainly isn't having that at this point. Bellamy is still brainwashed. He still wants to believe in something, still wants to fight in something. He's putting his faith in the wrong person. Put it up there. So, because he's doing that, it's causing a lot of issues. And Bellamy decides to go and kill the scouts that were trying to give him that warning. So now it's all-out war if any of them try to leave. So, now they have to hatch a plan. So, what's his name? Monty's mom, I almost said wife. Monty's mom, of course, is really close with Pike. And so they're trying to devise a plan of action. And it's interesting because, remember, Monty was the one that set up the communication comms to spy on Pike. Now that Monty has flipped, Kane doesn't realize it yet, but Monty is flipped. As a result of Monty flipping, now you have this crazy outcome of... Well, I'm not sure. Has Monty really flipped, or is he just playing back and forth? Is he like a yo-yo right now? Is he yo-yoing? It's just very hard to decipher and figure out. So, like I said, Kane knows that he's being listened to. So, I mean, Pike knows he's being listened to by Kane. So he's giving them false information. But Kane isn't dumb. And I'll tell you why. Because either way, Kane's plan looked like it was almost foolproof. What's his name? Jasper is still reeling. Jasper wants some alcohol. Jasper needs something to numb the pain. And I almost called him Simba. We're going to call him Simba for this episode because I don't remember his name. But he's just been reeling. And so he's trying to figure out what can he do to get over his situation. Anyway, so you have Thelonious. He's talking with Raven and trying to figure out how they're going to get the second half of this chick's AI. And so they hatch a plan for that. Pike, again, is organizing an attack, a strike. Kane is over it and wants Pike to back down. Pike isn't going to do that because Pike, that's what I'm going to call him. Pike is you know what I'm trying to say, a Looney Tune. And so, as a result, Pike doesn't listen to Kane, and Kane has to go off and devise his own plan. Aside from that, you have... What else is going on? Raven is kind of getting cozy with Jasper because Raven needs Jasper's help. Raven knows that Jasper knows Monty better than anyone else. So she needs to use that to her advantage. But, I digress. Pike, like I said, gives them this false information about this huge plan that they're going to enact. So Abby's assistant gets reeled into the plan. He's going to sabotage their, I guess you can say, cars or whatever, their trucks, their vehicles. But he gets caught. Bellamy catches him, realizes that, again, it was Kane's plan, and right now, Kane needs to make a big move for them to go after him. So that's why he's safe for now, even though they know that he hatched this plan. It's really annoying. Shout out to Abby's assistant. Where is Abby, by the way? I'm like, did Abby leave as well and we just don't know it? Or we forgot? Where is Abby? That is going to be my question. Where is Abby for this episode? Aside from that, Pike is trying to show Abby's assistant that we do things differently here. We don't attack our own. So he destroys the gun that he has and it's like, look, Are you going to tell me what's going on or not? He's not going to do that. So then we have Raven, who's talking with Jasper again, and he keeps talking, and Raven figures out the code is Earth. Earth. So, but in the numerical code spells out Earth, or represents Earth. So Monty's mom is trying to figure out whose side is he on. Is he good with what's currently going on? Of course he's not. But aside from that, Abby's assistant goes and talks with Lincoln, and it's like, I'm in here for a reason. Get ready. Because again, the whole plan was to get caught. That's why it's like, damn, who's he really looking for? But then again, Kane is smart enough to know that he's being listened to. Or does he? Or is this plan just so good that he wanted it to be obvious? So Kane talks with Bellamy. Is like, Bellamy, choose a side. Whose side are you really on? What's his name? The guy's name starts with an M. It's not Murphy. It's not Monty. Miller. That's what we're going to call him. Who's the other security guard that's working with Kane. So Miller and his boyfriend, they're at odds, but he doesn't know it yet. Because his boyfriend's going to go and put a communication device in his coat pocket so that they can listen to everything that he's doing as far as his plans. So he's like, am I being disloyal? No, you're being loyal to the majority. I'm like, okay, here we go with this majority Arcadia mindset. I'm over it. I'm tired of this. They need to go. And so Jasper's trying to, you know, just make conversation with Raven. And then that's when Raven realizes, oh crap, something is wrong. Something's really wrong. It's like she can't remember Finn. She can't really remember Finn. She can't remember her first date. So that's when Raven's smart enough to realize the thing that she took is messing with her thought process. It's doing so because it wants her to stay focused on the plan. Nothing else matters except for what the AI wants for the City of Light. And so I'm like, okay, Raven, I love you because you're smart. I love you because you're smart. I love you because you're smart. That's how it's going to be. That's how it's going to go. So we get past that, and I mean, it's just so messed up. It's still messed up regardless. It's irritating. It's still messed up regardless. I'm over it. I'm absolutely over it. Anyway, Bellamy is being Bellamy. He's talking with Pike, trying to just... He's still questioning Pike's motives. But in the meantime, Abby's assistant and Lincoln stage a fight so that the guards will come in. And again, it's a trap. So all the grounders go and fight. Monty realizes this is a distraction. That's why I'm like, whose side are you really on, Monty? Whose side are you really on? While Kane is distracting Pike, he tases him and then kidnaps him, puts him in the van, and almost gets him out of there, but Bellamy stops him. Bellamy stops him, and this is a huge issue because with Bellamy stopping him, now he gets put on trial. Pike is like, I need to make an example out of you, and not of anyone who defies me. Your ass needs to die. Thelonious is still talking to the AI, and it's like, crap, Raven isn't with us anymore. That's fine, she has freedom of will. We're still in motion. She's still going to help us whether she realizes it or not. So don't worry about that. Like I said, Pike actually sentenced Kane to death, execution style. I'm like, are you kidding me? Bellamy, wake up. This guy is not for you. Of course, Bellamy's really questioning Pike. It's like, what's going on? Pike's like, it's good for the people. Of course, if I thought that giving myself up would have been good for the people, I would have done so. But we know Pike wasn't going to go and do that. Absolutely not. So, we have Kane, who is walking. It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday. And it's just really odd because everyone's at odds. You could tell no one really knows who to trust. Lincoln's looking like, how the hell did you get yourself arrested? How did you, of all people, get yourself arrested? What's really going on? So Monty's mom comes and is like, do you know what side you're on, essentially? She says this other stuff, but she's really looking at them, do you know what side you're on? Because they know who was helping Kane out, but they're the friends, so they're not going to go and rat them out because they know what that'll mean. So Monty's mom knows that they're lying, but she's like, all right, let's just be an example of letting you know whose side you need to be on. And then she looks at Bellamy, and Bellamy's like, don't worry, everything I do on a daily basis is for the good of our people. And once Bellamy said that, I knew that we got Bellamy back. I was like, okay, Bellamy is back. Bellamy is going to do whatever he can to help Kane, and I'm here for it. Octavia's going to be his ass because she's like, remember, Bellamy was never really there to make trouble. The only reason why Bellamy seemed like the bad guy initially was because he was protecting his sister, because I think it wasn't allowed for them to have more than one child. So that's why that occurred on the arc. So they had to keep her secret because I think they floated her. Something really messed up. So there is that. But I'm glad Bellamy is on the side of good, on the side of justice. So let me know what you think. Do you guys think that Bellamy's really going to flip and go against Kane? I mean, against Pike, which is what I'm hoping. Do you think that Bellamy is still going to be conflicted? Do you think that... Do you like how the show is going, the direction the show is going? Do you still miss Lexa? Are you glad that Clark wasn't on this episode and looks like she may not be on the next episode either? What do you think about this twist about the whole AI and it being infused with the new Hela for each time they die? Very interesting. I love this show. Who would have thought that a show that was supposed to be canceled like 2 seasons ago is on season 3 and has more fanfare than ever before? Shout out to the 100. Shout out to the cast of 100. This show is fire. It's one of the best shows on TV on Thursday nights. And just let me know what you think.